It looks alright. Yep. This is how the YouTube channel is gonna start, so let's get it started. Alright, so the people have been wanting this and I will deliver now. I wanted to start this channel a little bit sooner, but here it is, my channel, my first YouTube video. And today we are going to be doing a little bit of a Q&A, going over some stuff and what this channel is going to be about. So very excited to get started, and I'm happy to be doing this for all you guys. Today we're going over what this YouTube channel is going to be about. We're going to go over a Q&A, so excited to answer some of you guys' questions, alright? I did a poll on my Instagram a while back and I just asked, what do you guys want to know for this first YouTube channel? So let's get it started. Oh, first question is, how do you start Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? So how I personally started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is actually a little funny story. I didn't even start out in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu first. I am originally a judoka. I started out judo back in, I believe it was end of June 2012, and that was my main focus. I even had Olympic goals at one point, but as time went on, I just kind of went away from that. So I started judo in 2012. One of the senseis at my dojo knew of a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructor that is actually my current Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructor right now. And he introduced me to him. We were practicing judo one day. He said, you should go to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because it'll be great for your judo. It'll definitely evolve your game. And I was like, all right. I'm very passionate about martial arts. I wanted to do everything. I wanted to literally get a black belt in everything. So ever since then, I've been practicing. As time went on, I drifted away from judo and started focusing more on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've had a lot of ups and downs with like my martial arts journey, but right now I'm just solely focused on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and that's how I got started. Next question. Do you prefer super fights or tournaments? This question is a little tough for me because I enjoy both aspects of super fights and regular tournaments. But me personally, I would probably say tournaments. Now, it's great having super fights and having that one-on-one action. I've had MMA fights, I've done kickboxing fights, I've done a whole bunch of judo tournaments, I've done a lot of jiu-jitsu tournaments, and I gotta say, honestly, it feels good going to a tournament because of the fact that you get to go through multiple people and end up with that goal. The thing about super fights is that it's good to like end up getting paid at the end of the day. At my level though, we're not really getting paid that much. It would be nice though to get to like a Gordon Ryan level or Andre Galvao level where we're getting paid lots of money. But me personally, at the end of the day, once I beat all of these best top tier level people in my division, I know I'm definitely the best. It's just a great feeling for myself personally. So the next question I have right here is, which competition left you the most physically exhausted? Now, I've been to a lot of competitions. I've done, like I said before in the previous question, I've been to tons of judo tournaments. I've been to tons of jiu-jitsu tournaments. I've had MMA fights. I've had everything you could think of. But I'm gonna stick to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because I am a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu athlete right now. I would say the competition was actually my first Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament back after probably a 3-year layoff where I was a blue belt. This was, I remember, September of 2019. It was actually my first real Jiu-Jitsu tournament. I was a blue belt and I fought in the light featherweight division. I had no idea who any of these people were, but I knew they were one of the best people I can compete against. My first match, we were gripping so hard that my forearms were literally dead. I couldn't really grip for the rest of the tournament. I made it even all the way to the finals. I believe I had 3 or 4 matches, and after the first match, my forearms were completely dead. I was honestly surprised myself that I was able to push through that exhaustion from my grips being completely gone. and I made it all the way to the finals, but I ended up losing because I was just so exhausted. I couldn't even really do anything because of the fact that my grips were completely dead and the guy was just honestly better than me. So I would say that competition was the one that left me the most exhausted. I went through 3 or 4 competitors. My grips were dead after the first match and I was just completely exhausted. It was tiring. It was a hard fought day too. Alright, so the next question we have here is, what is it like competing at IBJJF tournaments? I've been to a lot of judo tournaments, I've been to a lot of jiu-jitsu tournaments, and honestly, I gotta say, being at IBJJF tournaments is a pretty great feeling. Obviously, when you're there in the moment though, you kind of want to just focus on the competition, because obviously, you're not spending money on your flight, your hotel, and to compete and then lose in the first round. Being at IBJJF tournaments is a great feeling because you know you're getting some of the world's best. People are coming all around the globe. Obviously, you're going to have a lot of local guys there too, but you know you're getting the best of the best when you go to these tournaments. It's the IBJJF. To compare it to something else, it would be like competing for the IJF, the International Judo Federation. But you also get to compete at every single rank up until black belt. So you get to compete white, blue, purple, brown, and black. For obviously the IJF, the International Judo Federation, is pretty much just brown and black belts. But being at the IBJJF, you get to see the world's best at every single rank. IBJJF is obviously the most prestigious tournaments that you could ever go to for jiu-jitsu. So if you have the opportunity, if you have the passion, if you really want it, go to your IBJJF tournaments. You will face the best guys and maybe, possibly, you will get noticed. There's so many eyes there. There's a lot of mats. Any one of us could be the next big thing. Any one of us could be the next Andre Galvao. Any one of us could be the next Gordon Ryan. And also, guess what? Most likely you're going to see all those type of people there, because when I've been at the IBJJF tournaments, I've seen people like Kenan Duarte, Andre Galvao, Ronaldo Jr., and so many other names. Tom DeBlas. So go to your IBJJF tournaments. It's going to be a great experience and you will never regret it. Moving on to the next question now. Will you ever compete in MMA and Judo again? At this point, I would say this stage of my life right now, for MMA, probably not. I'm so invested into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu right now that it just wouldn't make sense for me to go back. I love mixed martial arts. I've had 3 mixed martial arts fights. I won my first one, lost my second one, and then I lost my third one. So I don't really have a great record. I'm not one of the best out there. Do I think I could become one of the best? Definitely. Do I have the time to invest into becoming a better striker and overall mixed martial arts fighter? Not really, because I just prefer training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's better on my body and it's what I'm more passionate about right now in my life. As for Judo, most likely I will compete in Judo again. I hear there are actually tournaments coming back for Judo in the United States. If it's convenient for me, if it fits my schedule, I will definitely get back into the Judo circuit. And I honestly hope to win a USA Judo Senior Nationals title, because it's one of the accolades that I've never completed in my Judo career. And I feel underachieved in Judo, and I honestly shouldn't be feeling this way, because I have so much potential to become better and win against some of the best people in the United States. So most likely, yes, I will definitely be competing in Judo again. Next question I have here is, what are your goals for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Honestly, it's pretty clear cut and simple. My personal goals for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is to win IBJJF Pans, win IBJJF Nogi Pans, win IBJJF World Championships, and win IBJJF Nogi World Championships. I'm a purple belt right now. I plan on winning all of those events at purple, at brown belt, and at black belt. Simple as that. I want to be one of the best. I hope to even go into the absolute divisions and face people that are way heavier than me. I'm only a light featherweight, so I compete at the 141 weight division, and it's going to be exciting going against all these people, especially at the purple belt level. I know some of these guys are full-time professional athletes, so to say. I look forward to competing against all these guys, and I want to beat all of them because I personally want to be like a Mikey Musumeci. That guy is fighting at light featherweight and rooster weight and beating everybody. I want to become world champion. I want to become a pan champion. I want to be one of the best, and I want to be recognized for being one of the best. That's just what I'm passionate about, and I look forward to that. I'm definitely hoping to accomplish all those things, and I truly believe in myself that I will get there eventually. The next question that we have here is, if you could spend a day with any BJJ legend and learn from them, who would it be? Now, for the people that know me, it's a pretty simple answer. If I could spend one day with any BJJ legend or whoever, it would be easily John Danaher. I like his philosophy. I like how he approaches the game, and I appreciate how much he's evolved the martial art as a whole. He's somebody that inspires me to become better. He's somebody that has taught me so much, even from his Instagram captions, how in depth he goes into detail and his philosophy. One time when I was in New York, I actually stopped at Renzo Gracie's New York, and when I was leaving the gym, I actually passed by somebody in a rash guard and holding an umbrella, and I was on my way to go visit the Marcelo Garcia gym, and I did a double take, and it was actually John Danaher who just passed me on the street, and I never actually got to say hi or say what's up to him. It would be amazing if I could actually talk to him one day. We're getting towards the end of the Q&A we have here, so we have pretty much 2 questions left. So second to last question we have here is, what is the biggest competition you've competed at? For Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I would say my biggest tournament I've ever competed at for that would be IBJJF No-Gi Worlds. And I would say the top 2 for Judo would be USJF Junior Nationals, and that one was in Hawaii, and then USA Judo Scholastics. The last question for this Q&A that we're doing today is, what are your plans for this YouTube channel? I want people to understand what's it like being an IBJJF athlete, pretty much a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu athlete overall. I want people to understand Judo more, so I do want to do techniques for not only Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but also demonstrate techniques for Judo. A little vlogging channel. I want you guys to experience what I'm experiencing, going off traveling for Judo tournaments, for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournaments. I want you guys to see in depth what it takes, what it's like, training, traveling, competing, everything. What's it like being us Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu athletes? There's a lot of people out there that have channels and go over this and that, but I know there's going to be people that want to know even more, so I definitely want to go even more into the lifestyle. That's all I can really think of right now. I think that's going to be pretty much a summary of what the channel is going to be like. It's going to be Judo, it's going to be Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's going to be vlogs, it's going to be just life as an athlete, you know. I'm definitely excited for this channel. Can't wait to share all this with you guys, and thank you for tuning in to my first YouTube video. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned, guys.